11:11 reset. We are finally here. Keyshia Cole, welcome back.
What's up?
Okay, so first off, let me say one time for the town because you got Kamaya on the song Ride, which I love.
Of course. Yes.
The last time you were here, we were trying to figure out, what woman rapper could we get on a song? You close with Remy. We were thinking about other people, and then Kamaya happened.
Yeah.
So how did this happen?
Well, that was a blessing. I was able to get both on this album because Remy is also on one of my singles, and we're in the process of possibly making Ride a single, which is featuring Kamaya. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It should be fun. I think it's gonna be super dope.
Yeah, that's something for the town. But I love the song. I love the sample. You got Pac as a sample. I think a lot of people don't understand your relationship to Pac.
Yeah,
like you actually knew Pac.
Yeah, we actually rode to Vegas together. Well, he rode with Kadada.
Yeah.
But we all were, one car behind another, and yeah, it was like a very tough night.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely did know him, and we actually were able to get the song cleared, even though he's no longer living, or neither is his mother. But I just still feel like I got love somewhere over there,
Yeah. When his mom passed, I thought of you immediately, and I just was. It's crazy how time flies.
Yeah, it is really. I couldn't imagine losing a son. So. Yeah.
And hearing that from you because you love your son so much.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen you grow through the years, Keyshia. I remember seeing you in the Bay before becoming a mom, during a mom, and then now.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And what's been the best part about being a mother?
That the support and the love is unmatched by anything I've ever felt. I feel like. Well, I still kind of feel that, with my biological mom, that there's just something that draws you closer to somebody that, that had you.
Right.
But at the same time, DJ's love is just unmatched by anything I've ever felt.
He's so cute too. He's just adorable.
Yes,
the pictures.
Yes, he's a really sweet kid too, and we really had a conversation, and he was asking me, "Mommy, what have you ever seen me get angry over?" And I was like, because it's something come on the radio, and I was like, I ain't never seen DJ get angry.
Really?
No. Not to where he's yelling or saying mean things. Nope.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Not even over a toy?
No.
Nothing?
Nope.
Wow, you have.
He might say to his little cousin, Deja.
Yeah.
Enough, Deja.
Yeah.
Because she's like a little baby, but no, yeah, he's a sweet.
What's gonna be the one piece of advice you would give him when he starts getting older and wanting to talk and date girls?
Well, that has not even crossed my mind.
Really?
No, not yet. I don't know. He's 7.
Okay, would you rather him talk to you about relationships or to
beat up for not talking to me about it?
Or that?
Probably talk to me about
talk to you.
Or either get beat down. It's
yes. Which one you want?
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. 11:11 reset. Now, when you were last here, you talked about the numbers being significant, being angel numbers. Mm-hmm. Now, for those who don't understand what angel numbers are, can you expound a little bit on that?
Yeah, it's crazy because I just found out I was born at 11/11.
Wait, so you just found this out now?
Yeah, it's really wacky.
Your life is so bizarre.
It's so
crazy.
Tell me about it. And then I found both my birth certificates. I was looking for my birth certificate, forgot about it. I was just I'm not going to find it. I got to order another one. And I happened to go through this box that I was getting ready to put in my garage, and it was just laying right there on the box. Just 11/11. It's yeah, okay.
What did you think when you saw that? This is crazy.
I screamed and ran through the house.
This is crazy.
What the hell? Yes, 11/11, born at 11:11 a.m.
Wow, this is weird.
And it's the 11/11 reset. So it's just ironic that resetting is kind of like a rebirth, and like, kind of just starting over, just resetting everything that you knew before is kind of like what I feel like right now. And 11/11 is when I was born.
So
It's
crazy.
just
So
like,
weird. It's crazy.
yeah, I don't know. God is good, so that's all I can say about that.
And the album, let me say, we listened to it song
I
for
love
song.
the album. Oh my goodness.
Listen, it's good.
I'm so in love with the album.
It's good. Song for song, you gave us such quality. If you love Keyshia Cole, her sound, it's another level.
Yeah.
And I feel because we love you so much that we're just so happy to see you, one, not just in a good place, but you're also able to give us great music without being distraught, right? Like your whole life, like being in shambles. You're able to give us, I feel, one of your best body of works.
Yeah. I agree.
Love it.
I was literally saying that yesterday, is that like before, I feel like the album before this, I went in, I was like a wreck. I was like a train wreck, singing, freestyling, getting it out, just like couldn't wait to just like release it.
Right.
And it wasn't the best thing, I feel like, to do, because I feel like music should be something that you think about. It's even if you don't get it, the first week or whatever, like you can think about it. Where should you go with the song? What makes more sense? And I feel like with my fans, it's something about like me being able to give them something I've learned so they can take that away from the music.
Right.
Possibly. And I feel like with this album, I was able to do that because I wasn't so emotionally a wreck.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a great album.
Thank you.
It's been a while since we just heard great body of work, just song for song. And I just was like, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Because, again, we've just seen this journey that you've been on.
Yeah.
Personal, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
You've put your life out there. And I was actually surprised that you joined Love and Hip Hop, just only because you've been successful doing it without being part of a show. You've been successful on your own reality show. Was that something that you were like, all right, I'll do it? Did you not have a problem with that? Because I don't know. Maybe it's like the Bay in me where I'm kind of like, I don't really need none of that.
Right.
Because I've already had successful shows.
Well, there was talks about me doing my own show. However, I had my deal and I was like, okay, I need something that is going to be a driver right now for that. And the way that the cast is set up, it's like a million of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll shoot one thing and it really, literally, it was, I believe, 4 musical looks that I was guaranteed.
Right.
That could be a video, that could be me in a studio premiering another song, that could be me at a listening event, that could be me performing, that could be anything like that. So I had pretty much my option of promotion. So that was my,
That's great.
That was my, that I felt like that was just like my tool to be used to promote this album. And it was a good one.
Absolutely. And you performed on the reunion.
Yeah.
I got a little uncomfortable looking at Boobie's face.
I did too. That was just really
was like,
mean.
oh, God, this is
I didn't even realize that that was crazy. I just, and
And he's like this.
You don't have to like look like that every time the damn camera's on your face either. It's just like, maybe you should have perked up or something. Like, it's just sad that just sad. So.
But you know what? You did I remember watching an episode how you guys lived together. Ooh, girl, you got more patience than me. But yeah, you guys lived together but weren't together. And I've heard you talk numerous times about how you did it because you were looking out for your son.
And his father, too.
Yeah, and you were looking out for the both of them, and I just think that's so solid.
Yeah.
That's so solid of you to do that. And you didn't have to, I'm sure you didn't, but I think personally,
of course not.
I love that you did that.
I'm not his mom, but I do have his son. So I felt a sort of an obligation to it.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like he's family. The 3 of us have, we built a family together. Regardless if we're together or not, we still have a son to raise. So, and I don't bring like men to my house anyway.
Right.
So it's like he's not cock blocking anything or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's like not a vibe.
But
it's
he's not with it though. Like you're okay when he talks to you about his whatevers. Yeah. I feel like he's a little in his feelings when you talk about having
he's
interest.
Definitely in his feels. But my thing is like, so
and
like, yeah, shut up. It's just like that side is so over. It's just like,
How long did it take for you to finally get past it? For young girls who are watching, like going through this moment right now.
Lots of prayers, lots of praying, lots and lots of praying, because honestly, I don't think I could have done it alone without the help of the Lord, Jesus, my personal savior, because I promise I used to be so hurt, and I'm still a little like, first I was like, why is this happening to me? Right. My life is always like, why does this happen to my son? Like, all the things I've been through and everything like that. Like I used to really be like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, you know what I mean? But like, I prayed about it. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I asked God to restore my heart, my mind, my soul, my spirit. And I look at the man and don't have a feeling in the world. Like I have a song on the album called Emotional. And at first it was called Unemotional, because literally, that is what I am when it comes to him.
Yeah.
Like,
wow, that is strong.
It's a blessing. It's unfortunate.
Of course.
But it's a blessing.
But it is a blessing for you to move on, because that pain, if you don't take care of it, it can destroy you.
Oh, yeah.
It can completely destroy anybody. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If you don't deal with that and you get help, like you said, it's just, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I think a lot of women get, they feel like if I'm honest and I'm open about my pain or asking for help makes me weak. It's like, no, it's fine. We all mess up.
Yeah. And not all the time is it your fault. And everybody, we're all human. Like, I think we should own up to our own mistakes. No one is perfect. However, we have to come to grips with sometimes that we have a song on the album called Incapable, that some people are just incapable of loving you the way that you love them. And you have to figure out if that's going to, like, put a damper on your spirit moving forward. Is that gonna because my main reason of really just calling it quits and being over it spiritually and emotionally is that I have to raise my son. So I can't like get hurt by this person that I'm living with constantly. He's not learning. We're not coming to some kind of realization of, growing and moving on with each other, even though the mistakes have happened. That I'm breaking down in front of my child, and we have to watch what we allow into our children's life. You know what I'm saying? So that was my main objective. Like, listen, we're no.
Yeah, no. For your son, you had to find, probably if your son wasn't there,
self-happiness.
You probably would have been in that same cycle, but
probably
longer
not.
than
probably
okay,
not.
Maybe
you
not.
know.
Yeah,
because I'm queen, let it go. I'm definitely bi.
You just tried with that relationship. I think we all saw you really try to make it work, and we all wanted it to work.
I'm
not gonna lie and act like now that it's over, like, oh, whatever, we don't like booty. Nah, there was a time we all wanted y'all to win.
Yeah, my fans be like, I want. It's just like, girl.
Yeah, because it was such a cute.
Find something else to believe in, girl. It's not happening. That is not happening.
Never.
No, at this point, no.
Is the divorce almost done, or is it still in process? It's in process. Okay. Listen, it is what it is, and you're in a better place. You have your album. We're all excited about this.
11/11 Reset in stores right now.
And it's a great album, you guys. Please listen to Ride over and over and over. That's not because I'm biased, because I love Kamaya, and it's something for the town, but really, truly, every song on the album is great. The last time I saw you, Keyshia, I was trying to figure out who would the perfect man be for you.
And you found one for me?
I don't know. I heard you might have somebody in your life.
Oh.
A little rumor, a little birdie said that you might be interested. I don't know, but I hope.
You might be interested.
Who I hope it's not.
Wow.
And who it might be are two different things. Okay. So, but you're not in a full-on relationship,
No.
but you are maybe
Who do
dating.
you hope it's not?
I hope it's not Floyd. Because
Wow.
everyone was talking about how you guys were together. I'm going to, only because I feel like there's a lot of women, and I don't know if that's something that you like to be around.
You know I would never survive in that equation. Like, that would be, I might as well stay with my husband if I'm going to mess with.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you know, that makes no sense.
So that's why I remember, Kong, I told you earlier today, I was like, there's no
Even
way.
though I super love Floyd, like, that's gonna be my friend to the end. Like, I really do have a vibe with Floyd. Like, I love him, and he's been very supportive. Just even like giving me inspirational words of encouragement and
Right.
things like that. You know what I'm saying? But like being in a relationship with Floyd, I would be totally hurt in shambles. I'm not that type of girl to be able to deal with that kind of stuff. And I don't think money would make that any better.
What I say today. Exactly.
Yeah.
Where I was like, she ain't deal with that. You kidding?
No,
Keysha
that's
would-
stupid.
No.
No, not when you're trying to leave someone that you have a child with because occasionally he steps out. That would just be like,
No.
well, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Makes
Yes.
no sense. But who do you hope it is, though?
Oh, well, now I'm hoping it's like a lawyer, man. I hope it's like a doctor, somebody that's far removed from our world. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
How is this looking for you?
Well, he is far removed
Okay, this is
from our world in a way.
Oh no.
However, yeah. Right now it's just a friendship and we're
Okay.
just like cool. It's not like a you know, a relationship, anything serious.
Well, I like that you guys are taking it slow, and I think it's important to build that foundation before it even goes public. That's
Yeah.
why I wouldn't press you for that or anything, because
Yeah, no, we totally agree to that, him and I. And he definitely agrees with me and I agree with him, and we both feel the same way. That is just, it's not, you know, we have to build the foundation first and then build on that so that when that time comes, no one can interrupt that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is the most important foundation possible. So you're open to falling in love.
Oh, cool. Yes. You know, ain't nobody gonna take me. God is good.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
This is good. Okay, so what if someone wanted to date you now? Would you be open
I'm
to
kind of dating though. It's like we date. I mean, what is dating?
like can he date other people without you catching feelings? Yes, Keysha, yes.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think he would be okay with it with you.
No, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like, you know me, like, once you know me, like, I mean,
Yeah, like how?
yeah, like,
Why?
yeah, I mean, like, what is she doing? What is she, like, what, like, I don't
No.
get it. Yeah, it makes no sense. So I'd probably leave you, like, pretty soon if you couldn't, like, because then that would mean, like, clearly I'm not enough. So that means that maybe, you know, you should find enough in her.
Yeah.
Because then, like, a year in, you should know what you want,
Absolutely.
you know. And it's been about 7 or 8 months, so.
Yeah, no, you should know.
Yeah.
Are you
It's,
open
like,
to getting
stupid.
married again?
Yeah, of course.
You know what? I love this. I'm so happy for you, Keysha.
We need a man in the house now, girl, now. You know?
I'm happy to see
Protection.
this because a lot of times when people go through hard times, they're kind of like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to get married. I'm fine just in a relationship. But you're such a romantic person.
Hopeless, yeah.
Yeah. This is good. And you know what? I wanted to also talk about how happy you've been when you met with your biological father.
Yes,
Congratulations.
thank you.
And did it just, when it happened, did it feel like,
He was
normal?
immediately like my father?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We walk alike. We kind of like have the same attitude.
Yes.
It's grossly weird. And yeah, we just have the same kind of like mannerisms a little bit, like our movements, facial expressions, things that I never really could find in my mom. I'm pretty, I'm funny like her. Like, I totally got that. Like, I'm really funny. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But me and my dad, I just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I finally found the missing piece. So every day, you know, it's just another day to get to know him more. And he works a lot and I work a lot. So, It's very scarce that we're able to be around each other. But, we do talk a little more than, I would assume that somebody just meeting their father would
Right.
talk. Yeah.
I was going to ask, how are you so at peace with it, right? Because sometimes when that happens to other people, they might have a little resentment. They might feel a certain way, like, why haven't you been around? Why didn't you find me? Was this something just always
I
in
think
you?
those people should pray more. Like, I think those people should try to find some kind of common ground within themselves, because at the end of the day, like, even my parents, at a certain point, I personally feel that they don't owe you anything more. Like, after the age of like 21 is like, grow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're 21,
Right.
like 22, 23. It's like, what are you doing with your life? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I thought about that at the tender age of like 17, of course,
Wow.
because I was adopted. But, so I grew up probably a lot faster than others would. Just thinking about my potential child being born back then. So, I mean, I'm just like to grips with all of that. Like, I told him, don't worry about that. Like,
Wow.
it's like the first thing is like getting to know each other every day, and let's start with today and build on tomorrow.
Yeah.
And God had me. I mean, like, look at me. Like, God is good.
Right.
Like, I wasn't, thank God I wasn't, anything bad happened
Right.
to me. I'm all right.
You're glowing. You're blessed. You have an amazing son. I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
Right. There's no reason to carry that anger or.
No.
I don't know, man. It amazes me, and I've always been a fan of how you've handled those. It's very fragile, right? You could either be angry, happy, but you just kind of took it with grace, and even with the ups and downs with your mom, you're always there for her. And I
yeah.
don't know,
It's the way it should be.
yeah. And you don't give up. Like, it's never like, oh, well, I'm done. We don't see eye to eye.
I mean, it happens occasionally. It happens. It happens, but everybody has to know that their limit is, you got to respect your limit. Like, when it comes to that point, I mean, and it takes time. People do things, especially with the drug thing. It's like people say and do things that they wouldn't normally say and wouldn't normally do. So sometimes as a human being, it's okay to say, give me a while. Let me do something with what you just did to me. Let me get that right, first.
Right.
And then, revisit this situation. And I love my mom to death. And, there's nothing that can replace her. But sometimes I have to take a break from Frankie. I do.
Right.
I have to take a break just to restore within my own spirit. But it's never too long.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't find myself like being without her. But yeah.
How's her spirit now? Is she in good place?
This is one of the times I haven't spoken to her since Mother's Day. Yeah, she said some really pretty mean things to me that I don't think it was really her.
Right.
I do believe it was the drugs talking, but it just really hurt me. So, and the way that she carried on and behaved, it just, and it's been a difficult time too, because I've been like trying to finish the album and trying to put the album out. Like I own my masters over there. Thank you, at Epic. And so that's a big deal, trying to get the music to sound like amazing, up to my own standard. Right. And so that has been so difficult, just writing it, concepts. Am I doing right by saying this? Am I doing right by saying that? Are they going to be able to learn from this? What have I learned from this? All these questions that go through my mind. I didn't really have time to deal with the information that was received, you know what I'm saying, from her. So I'm assuming that, that now the project is out and that everything, like, it's starting to, come to a full head. I just, maybe in a second, because I have been missing her.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, Keyshia, you are very strong. You're human. You've shared with the world your ups, your downs, your pain, your hurt, everything. We've seen it all with you.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy to see you in a good place.
Thank
you know,
you.
great work, great album. 11:11 Reset is important. You need to get it because it's every song on the album was just very well put together. Musically, who's left for you to work with that you really hope, all right, on this journey, I hope I could get in the studio with them?
I've worked with
Everybody
abundance
did
of
a good
people.
amount.
I'm like, it's been I've never really even took into consideration all the people that I've worked with. Like, but no one that I could really. I mean, you know, that's like, oh, I gotta work with them.
Nobody. Well, yeah, I mean, you've done it for so.
I just feel like it should. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen organically,
Right.
and it's not gonna just be like me wanting to continue to work with somebody that is not responding or
Right.
doesn't feel the same way. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah, you've never been the
So-
type to care about that.
Yeah, I mean, I have been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I've cared.
You've cared, but you've
I've
moved on.
cared.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if that's how you're going to
I'm
be.
definitely like, why? You know, like this is.
You're a musician. You're an artist. You're supposed to have feelings. But, I
Yeah.
mean, at a certain point, you can't keep tripping if they don't
Yeah,
want to work with you. Like,
yeah,
cool.
it's like yes,
All right.
yeah. So I mean, hey, it is
Yeah.
what it is. And 11:11 Reset is out, and I put a lot of hard work and dedication, time, money, you know, emotional.
What do you mean by money?
Like yeah, money.
Like your
literally,
own personal money?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I shot the cover of the album myself. They're not saying that Epic didn't do anything because they literally paid for 2 photo shoots that they just couldn't get my vision.
Right.
And so I did it myself. And then, you know, there's music on the album that I've paid for out of my own
Oh, this is
pocket
your
that I
heart, right?
loved.
Mm-hmm.
So Volt is one of them.
Mhm.
You know, one of those songs that I was like, I have to have this record. Like, I got it, you know what I'm saying? Like the mixes for the album I paid for. You know, I paid for billboards in probably 8 states, bus stops, you know, and a bunch of other things that I probably shouldn't mention that I paid for. But, you know, and not to say that Epic hasn't contributed to, you know, a considerate amount for this album, being that I own, you know, 50% of my masters. It's, you know, I feel like it's something that I have to put my own money, time, you know, into that really will, because, you know, I see it on the back end too. So
I was going to say, at the end of the day, this is your work. This is
Yeah.
your art. Nobody's going to love it and push it like you.
yeah,
It's whatever. Like, yes, it's money.
I believe
but
in myself.
I-
Yeah, I'm like my own CEO.
Yes.
Yeah, and I will be looking for the next artist.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. I will be looking for someone that is just has that, you know, emotional like drive and pain in their voice that, you know, wants to be heard, you know?
How does this person get your attention? Like, how do...
Oh man, I was thinking about maybe even if we do the next show or whatever. I don't know if it's gonna be Love and Hip Hop or if it's gonna be my own.
Right.
But somehow we kind of like, you know, put it with the show, and that we're able to find some new talent, a girl out there that's somewhere with that passion and that pain in her voice.
Oh, oh man. Listen, you got a lot of people excited by just saying
Because I want to have another baby, girl. So you need to make yourself seen, girl.
So this guy who's been in the picture for 8 months needs to get it together.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if we like him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, no pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
No. No.
Okay. Listen, he better make you happy. 'Cause
Yeah.
we like this right now.
Exactly. He better.
He better keep you happy because there's a slew of young gentlemen who would love to court you. 11:11 Reset. Kamaya's on the song Ride, which I love.
Thank you. Yeah. And then we have Young Thug.
Yep.
DJ Khaled.
Rami French.
Yes. And then we have Too Short.
Of course.
Yes,
Had to
yes,
hold
yes.
it down. So
Yes.
how does that call happen? Yo, Short, I need this.
Just like that. Just like that. All right, tell me where you need me to be and what time, and that's it.
And that's
I'll
it.
be there. And I'm like, tomorrow at 5. I'll be there.
I love this. 11:11
He still
Reset.
ain't sent me the song he wanted me on. That's how you know he just like just family. He, you know, you be like, just, you know, send me something, drop me off something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on that. You be like, okay, cool. I'm gonna send it to you next week. I got you. I'm about to put. Never sent it.
Never sent it.
Nope.
That's family, man. Listen,
Just
Bae
love.
is so
Yes.
proud of you. Every
Thank
time
you.
you come out with somebody, everybody's just waiting. You know what? I was talking to
So
real quick. I was
sweet.
talking to G-Eazy, Kaylani,
Yeah, I love G-Eazy.
and they always just listen. They always know like what's up, and they always just talk about.
How is
like,
Kalani?
she's great. She's doing good. She's traveling. Last time I saw her was
Beautiful
for the
girl.
album. And just the way she loves you.
Yeah.
But that's a Bae thing, right?
Of
like,
course.
anytime we see one of us make it, it's like we all make it.
I might have to get her for a remix. or
Hey
something.
now, I'm not saying what I'm saying.
I ain't saying, but I'm saying.
I love it. Thank you, Keysha.
Thank you for having
Of
me. It's
course.
always like family here.
Always.
And I always appreciate being here. So don't ever forget that.
Anytime.
Like, I do appreciate the love and support that I receive. So it's amazing, guys. And don't forget to get the album. And you already know who you watching with, baby. Okay?
Okay.